they can equally go online and then watch what we have done today to equally educate themselves. So we have the possibility of making yourself self-employed, what we call sole proprietorship, entrepreneurship, a one-man business. But if you are willing to make yourself self-employed during your time of studies, it can only work for you for 240 hours, which means half a day for 240 hours. But for most of you who have already finished your master studies and want to go into self-employment, you can equally do it. So it is written in our law, Code 21, Selbstständigkeit, Section 6. On that Section 6, you need a special permission from the Foreign Office to be able to work as an independent worker as a student. So I want to let you know the conditions on which you can be self-employed on your own. These conditions are written in the law, of course, and I just want to let you understand how it goes. Condition 1 is economical or regional interests of Germany. If you want to make yourself self-independent, open a company of yours. This company that you want to open should be of a economical interest, which means it has to boost the economy of Germany in general, or boost the economy of the state, for instance, Schleswig-Holstein. So the second point is that your job must have a positive effect on the German economy. So which means this positive effect that the kind of company that you want to create means that you should be able to later on give jobs to people within the society that are equally going to profit from this kind of jobs, and from your handwork or from your company that you are going to set up, it should be something that will equally help these people, these families, to maybe take care of their families or take care of themselves in an extensive way. So number 3 is your self-employment must be financed through a personal capital. So before you start saying you want to make yourself self-employed, you must have a capital, money, with which you can finance the kind of company that you want to set up. So if that is not the case, you should be able to find a bank that can help you to give you a loan so that you can be able to finance the kind of business that you want to set up. And then the most important of all, under the whole conditions that are written in the law, is the business plan. You must have a good documented business plan. The business plan helps you step by step to plan your intentions. It is very important to convince people about your plan to build a business. Banks, for instance, examines your business intention through your presented business plan and then decide if to grant you a credit or not. So your business plan is what that will really make the Foreign Office give you the special permission to open a private company, or you becoming a sole proprietorship. So the business plan is very important, and there are equally places where people you can meet that will help you draw a business plan. For instance, a sort of economical clubs. We have some kind of club we call Wirtschaftsverbände. There are people that are really interested in organizing companies for whoever that wants to open a company. You go to them, or you go to Job Center itself. They have a sort of a crash course, a course that will now help you explain these things in details to you, what you intend doing. But anybody who wants to open a business, of course, must have an idea, must have some plans in his brain before he starts thinking he wants to open a business. So sometimes business experience in the past helps you as well. So if the business you want to open, you have already had an experience in such a field before, and you want to continue with this kind of business in Germany, and you can bring the experience that you had before documented in your home country or wherever you work before in this field, is going to help you as well to get the special permission from the Foreign Office. So we have another condition called innovations and research in business. So if you are drawing your plan, the plan has to be very innovative. You know what I'm saying? Innovation means coming up with new ideas. If plan A does not work, plan B should be able to work, or plan C should be able to work, or plan D should be able to work. That is what we call innovation, coming up with new ideas, trying to bring things that are practically impossible into practical and make these things work for you personally. So, and we have either you are still a student or you have graduated from a German university. That is equally one of the conditions. So either you are still a master's student, as I said before, you are still studying, or now you have finished as a master student and you now decide to open a business on your own. In the case of students, you need a special permission from the Foreign Office. The Foreign Office must give you a special permission. And this special permission the Foreign Office is going to give you for you to be able to become a sole proprietor, a one-man business. They can only give you the permission if it does not tangle your ability, your performance as a student, because if you are still a student, if you are not a student, it does not really count. So you can always open a private business based on a wonderful, excellent business plan. So as I said before, 240 hours in a year as a student, and then other ones don't really need it. So that is all I can tell you guys on making you become a private company holder, sole proprietor, or creating your own business. So then we have the guys that have finished their master's degree and want to work in Germany. So if you finish your master's degree in Germany, you'll be given the 18 months visa to look for a job, depending, of course, depending on the kind of visa you had before as a student and which code. It is written in our law. If you had, so that one I can tell you specifically. So if you had, what's it called? If you had a student visa that is based on code 16B or 16C, you'll be given 18 months after study visa. So if you are having 18D or 18F, you'll be given up to 9 months to look for a job. And if you're having 16A, you can be given up to 12 months to look for a job. If you're having 16D, you'll be given equally up to 12 months to look for a job. So it all depends on the kind of student visa, the code of the student visa that you were having when you were studying. It is the same thing applicable to bachelor students and people equally doing PhD as well. Dr. Arbeit, what we call Dr. Arbeit in Germany. So if you now finish as a master's student and you then decide to work in Germany, and you are, let's say for instance, you are given the 18 months, within this period of 18 months, you should be able to find a contract. There are so many contracts that you can find in this great country. The contract that you are going to find has to be related to your area of studies. If you studied, for instance, mechanical engineering in master's, you should be able to find a job, a contract job in the area of mechanical engineering. So, but if it's not possible for you to find a job in the area of mechanical engineering, you should be able to find a job related to mechanical engineering, something very similar. So, and then if you find a job in mechanical engineering, for instance, let's take this example. In order for you to have a blue card, you should be able to earn, now it has the brutto salary in the year has increased again. From year to year, it increases. As at the time I spoke with you guys, it was 53,600. And the last time again, it was 56,400. So today now, at this moment, it is 58,400 euros brutto in a year. So if you have this money in your contract, the Foreign Office will give you a blue card for 4 years, and you are allowed to work immediately. But if you cannot find a contract with this amount of money, with this 58,400 euros, and you have less, let's say 45,000, 50,000, the Foreign Office is obliged to contact the Bundesagentur für Arbeit for the permission to give you the visa and at the same time a working permit. So they cannot decide on their own in the Foreign Office to give you the blue card. So the Bundesagentur for Arbeit must be involved, and they have the right to say no or not. So if they are involved, in the most cases, it takes some time, 6 weeks to 8 weeks for them to work on your paper. And this paper that you are going to sign is going to be filled out by your employer who has given you this contract. And it's called Erklärung zum Beschäftigungsverhältnis. Erklärung zum Beschäftigungsverhältnis, which means it's a statement based on the kind of job you are going to do. So your employer has to fill that paper, and you will sign together with him. And these documents and the contract and some other things, passport, of course, valid passport, and residence permit as a student that you still have, or this visa, 18 months visa for you to look for a job. Everything will be put together and be sent to the Foreign Office. So during this time, you are still allowed to continue to work in this new job that you found now before the permission will come, because you're allowed to work for 240 hours in a year. So before that time, before the 240 hours will expire, you must have got the European blue card, and you start working in the company that gave you that contract. So that is how it goes, apart from some other things that I didn't, for instance, comparable university certificate from outside, because there are people too, before I forget, there are people too among you guys that are from your countries, and you had already a bachelor's degree in an engineering course, maybe civil engineering, IT, or whatever it is, and you are doing your master's, and your master's is not working properly for you, and you are afraid that you may not be able to finish your master's, but with the degree, the bachelor's degree that you came with from your country, you can equally use it to get a blue card here and start working in that field. So many people have been able to do it, have been able to help them as a lawyer to change this status from a student status into entrepreneur status, an employer, Arbeitnehmer, and you start working in a company. So those are the few things that I think it is necessary for you at the moment. And I would like to take your questions, because last time there were a lot of questions that I couldn't answer because the time was a little bit short. So, and I have already given you an information in the chat that you guys should please write your questions there, and I will take your questions one after the other. Of course, there are a lot of things that can be talked about, maybe family reunion, bringing wife or spouse to Germany, and a lot of some other things. So if you have questions, write them down in the chat, or you can raise your hand and I will set you free to ask your questions, and then we'll take it up from there. Thanks a lot for listening to me, and I would like to take your questions now. So who has a question?
I do have a question. Should I start?
Yeah, introduce yourself, please, so that we know who you are.
So my name is Steven. I come from Egypt, and currently I'm in my last semester of my master's degree, which is electrical engineering. And I have a couple of questions, if it's possible.
I don't hear you well. Probably it's better to write your questions down in the chat.
Is it better now?
Sorry?
Is it better now? Can you hear me better?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's better.
Okay. So I have a couple of questions. The first one is, so in case
Not much questions, because other people should have the chance as well to ask questions, please.
Sure, no problem. So the first question is, if I find a contract for a job and I satisfy the minimum salary requirements, does the company have to sponsor me in order to get a blue card, or this sponsorship is not an issue if I'm already here in Germany as a student?
The company should sponsor you for what? I don't understand you now.
So this is a question that I received from a company because I am non-European. So they asked me, if we give you a contract, do we have to sponsor you in order to get this work permit and the blue card?
Normally, if you get a contract, as I said before, a contract with either 58,400 euros or less than that, you don't need any kind of sponsorship. They only need to sign the contract for you and fill the papers with which you'll be given a working permit, and then you start working. So I don't understand what they mean by sponsorship. Are you talking about going to learn German, or what are you talking about?
No, it's not about learning German, just about getting the work permit.
Getting the work permit?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is the duty of the company together with you,
okay,
to bring the papers together that you need. So the first paper that you need from them is a signed contract from both sides.
Okay.
You and the company have to sign that contract together, and they have to fill this paper that I just mentioned, is from Job Center, Erklärung zum Beschäftigungsverhältnis. So it will be given to you as well, and then you should have a valid passport, which is at least 6 months validity.
Okay.
So if I were you, before I will apply for a blue card, it's better to have a validity of more than 5 years, or else they will only give you for a short time, and you have to go to the foreign office again for another prolongation of your blue card.
Okay.
So, and then you need an address where you are staying, where you already registered in the country, and you need a residence permit, which you have already as a student.
Okay.
Or maybe you have finished your degree as a student and they have given you the 18 months.
Okay.
Nothing else you need more than that.
Okay.
Because, okay, there are some companies that says, if you don't speak German, we don't take you. So then you should look for a company that will accept you with your English language. Or I will appeal to you guys, even during your time of doing your master's at the university, try as possible to learn German as well, because in this society you cannot do without German, and that is why many people with master's degree, they are having difficulties to find a job in the country. I have a lot of these people that are going from interview to interview, job interview, but at the end they are not taken because of the language barrier. So that shouldn't be the case.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. So my second question is, I'm doing a dual degree. So before coming to Germany, I had a French residence permit. So when I came to Germany, I had a document called Rest Directive. So my question is, if I find a job, am I allowed to change this rest directive to a blue card or a job seeking visa, or do I have to go back to France or my origin country to get this blue card?
No. If since you are here and you are having a bachelor's degree, a bachelor's degree in which faculty?
A master's degree in electrical engineering.
Yeah, that is wonderful. You guys, they're looking for you everywhere. Yeah, people with master's degree in electronical engineering, they are being looked for in Germany. So you only need to search for a job. There's a place we have in Germany created by our federal government, a website. It's called Make It in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
So the way I call it, that is how it is written. Make It in Germany. You go to Google, right? Make It in Germany, and you will find all the vacancies there, and the companies that are looking for workers. So you apply there, you don't need to go back to your country. That is why you're already here. You already have a resident permit, you're already here. But in the case of the bachelor's degree, it is always very important to do what we call evaluation of your bachelor's degree. So it can be done too at Bundesagentur for Arbeit. You go to them, present your bachelor's degree, they will evaluate it for you and tell you if you can use it to work in Germany or not. Because some companies always demand for this evaluation. They want to see how good this result that you had before is good. And mostly if you are a young man, because there are people too that are trying to come into the country at the age of 40, 40 something, they want to start working here as an IT, although they studied IT 20 years ago, it does not work. So if your IT studies was just about 3-4 years behind, you'll be taken as quickly as possible because they believe that the knowledge is still afresh. You still have a fresh knowledge, and this knowledge too will equally help you to pursue your studies. So just a minute, I have somebody who has written a question here in the chat. Let me see what he has written. Yeah, so now that you have finished your master's degree and you are doing the second master's again, if you get a job, no, even now that you are doing your master's, and the contract that you have now that you find is 58,000 or less than that, of course, you can always switch from your master's studies to the job market. Yeah, you can always switch from your master's studies to the job market. You must not finish your new master's again. So most of the time, doing a second master's in Germany, as I have understood by many of my clients, is just only to gain time to be able to learn the German language and then finally find a job. Because many of you guys are having difficulties in the German language, and that is why you're not getting a job. Or maybe you did a course that is not really needed in the country. Then it becomes difficult. If you did something like literature or history, or maybe law, European law, it's difficult to work here as a lawyer because working here as a lawyer, you have to study long at the university. You have to get a German degree, a German understanding of the language before you can decide to work. They will be allowed to work as a lawyer. So this guy that you just said now, you have finished first degree, and now you are doing second degree. And if you get a job now, if you can switch off from the second degree and then a master's degree and then go into the job market and work, of course, it is allowed. Many people have done it and it works for them. So I have somebody else again that has written a new question. This one is a very long one. Good afternoon, sir. I'm from China. My question is about permanent resident permit. I've worked for my PhD 3 years on 18D, then I switched to 16B for almost a year now as the promulgation contract arrives late. Now I have new job in research of and then 18D, 3 years, 4 years, permanent resident permit. So, so you are asking for if you can get a permanent resident permit. So the issue of having a permanent resident permit, it differs from people to people, and it differs from the kind of visas you have been having before. For somebody who is having a blue card, there's even a simplified form for them to be able to have a permanent resident permit as quickly as possible. So if you're having a blue card, which is normally, of course, better for most of you guys, you can get a permanent resident permit after 33 months of payment into the old people's pension purse, what we call renter. If you have been able to work up to 33 months with tax, you can even get a permanent resident permit if you were having a blue card. So if you have a blue card, it's always faster for you to get a permanent resident permit. So, and you that is asking now 3 years here and there, I assume that you have worked long, you have already crossed the, but you are still having student visa 18D. What again? Yeah, 18D. So with that and 16B, so these visas that you are having does not permit you to have a permanent residence permit. So as far as you are a student, under the student visa, you cannot get a permanent residence permit. But immediately you change from the student visa to a working visa, then you can apply for a permanent residence permit. So this guy, it may not work for you because now I'm seeing that master from the Netherlands for my current work ending praise of PhD now. So it will not work for you. It's better for you to try and get a European blue card, and that will hasten up the time for you to get a permanent residence permit.
So 18D, sorry,
I hope you understood me. So next question, please. Is somebody trying to talk?
Yeah, sorry, it was me. I asked the question, the long question. So I was wondering if I have 18D again, I only need 1 more year to have permanent residence permit. But if I have blue card, I need to wait 19 months. So it's even longer to have blue card. Is it better to?
You are having a blue card?
No, I will have 18D again next month. I had 18D for 3 years, then 16B for another year.
Yeah.
Then in theory, if those years they are not continuous, but they can be add up to each other, then I will have 4 years for permanent residence pretty soon.
Yeah, if you are having 18B, after 4 years, you can ask for a permanent residence permit.
Yeah, then I will maybe stay with 18D because it's faster than blue card.
Yeah, it's faster than blue card. Even if you have blue card now, they will count the years for you that you were having 18B together with blue card.
Oh, they count together.
Yeah, so you do not really lose years. You don't lose anything from it.
Okay, because Alsan Behoida told me it will take really, really long to make blue card applications. So they suggest me to take 18D so I can start working faster.
Yeah. If you have 18B, you can get a permanent residence after 4 years.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah. So next question, please. So I have a new question here. My residence permit is 16C, also linked to my French residence permit. Is it possible to get a job seeking visa inside Germany, or do I have to go to France to apply for it? So you are in Germany having a French residence permit at the same time a German residence permit. I don't understand it because normally both are not possible. Both are not possible. So either you do away with one or you have one in Germany. No? So if you have 16C from Germany, let me see. So 18C, 16C. So 16C, mobility im Rahmen des Studiums. So, okay, you're only just moving around, and it is not really that you are not staying here longer. So maybe you are doing what we call Erasmus. So, so if that is the case,
Yes, sir.
and which nationality are you having?
I am from Mexico.
You are from Mexico.
Yes.
And you have a French residence permit.
Exactly.
And then in Germany again, another residence permit. Why?
It's called REST, the directive. It's like permission to stay here for 360 days with my French residence permit.
360 days. Yeah, so what is the question now? And which degree are you having? Which result? If you want to look for a job in Germany, you should be able to have a degree.
Yes, I will acquire my master's degree in electrical engineering.
In France?
Yes, in France.
Okay. So
Both France and
so
Germany.
which means if you finish in France, your electrical engineering, you can look for a job because the European blue card that we are having in Germany, it is the same blue card in France. It's the same blue card in Belgium. It's the same blue card in Austria. It's the same blue card within the European community. That is why it's called blue card EU within the European community. So the only difference is how much salary you're supposed to earn in Germany, how much salary you're supposed to earn in Austria, how much salary you're supposed to earn in France. Yeah. So this same law exists in all the European Union countries. So they only have their modalities. So if you finish your electrical engineering in France, you can equally work there by applying for a blue card if you find a job. Or you decide to say, okay, Germany is more attractive for me. I would like to go to Germany and search for a blue card job. Then you can, of course, come here. And then if you find a job here, you'll be allowed to work here. So it is not a problem. Understood?
Yes, it's clear. Thank you. It's the
Okay.
same for the job seeking visa. I live right now in Germany. Do I have to go to France to apply for the job seeking visa?
In France as well, you'll be given, not really knowing how, I don't really know how it goes in France. If France gives people after studies visa to look for a job, that I cannot tell you. But the European blue card exists in France. They have it in France as well.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
So I don't know if there are people are giving that, because I'm not a French lawyer. I'm a German lawyer. I'm not a French lawyer. So I don't want to tell you something and at the end it is wrong, and then yeah, you get angry. So it's better to find out from them there. If you study in France, if you'll be given 18 months visa, or maybe less than that, or maybe even more than that, so that you can look for a job in the country. Or maybe with the 18 months visa too, probably it's like a Schengen visa. You can equally cross the border, come to Germany and equally look for a job here and stay. Because the Europeans are trying to make things simplified, trying to simplify the movement of job and workers, free movement of people around the European community from country to country to settle and look for a job and work and pay taxes. So it's around the European community exactly the same thing. The only difference is that the life standard is different in many of these countries. So in Germany, you have to work to the age of 67 before you can go to pension or go to rente. Before you are now allowed to remain at home, not going to work and start getting your money you paid into your rente post. In France, it is less than 67 years of age. In Italy, it is less than that. In many of these countries, it is less. It's only in Germany you have to work for so long. So if you decide to stay here, you should understand that Germany does not have only advantages, it has disadvantages as well. So you have to work longer here in Germany so that you should be able to meet your means and then enjoy your old age pension later.
So with this 16C, we are allowed to apply for a job-seeking visa or a blue card in Germany, right?
16C, no. With 16C, you are not allowed. You are not allowed to apply for a job-seeking visa in Germany, and you are not allowed to apply for a job here.
So I have to go back
you are
to
only
my
allowed
country?
to come here to stay for the period of your studies, 360 days, which is approximately 1 year. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's all.
So I have to go back to my country and apply for a visa again. I am not allowed to be here with the 16C.
You are not allowed to go back to France?
No, I'm allowed to go back to France, but I'm doing a dual degree, which means I'm gonna get both certificates from France and Germany. But my residence permit is 16C, the same as Martin, or the same as the last question. But I'm gonna get dual degree, one from France and one from Germany, because it's a joint master's degree from both countries.
Mm. Yeah, because you having a job search visa, there's equally a job search visa that has nothing to do with your studies. We have that as well. It's for 6 months. If you're able to pay for your maintenance to take care of yourself financially, and you have a degree and you intend coming to Germany to look for a job, you'll be given a 6 months visa to come into the country and look for a job. So that one is something very different. But if your studies are still going on in France, you have not finally had your degree, you cannot get here. It is not possible for you here to get the 18 months visa because you never studied here. The condition is that you have to have studied in Germany and pass out in your degree. That is the first condition before you can get the 18 months visa here in the country to remain and look for a job.
Yes, so I'm gonna also get a degree from Germany. So that means I'm allowed to stay, right?
You are going to get a degree too from Germany?
Yes.
Yeah, so that one I can't answer you, which means there's a main degree and there's a sub-degree. So I don't know what else can be done there. I only know what is written in our law is only that the main degree for people who are doing only one degree, those are the ones that are allowed to get the 18 months visa here. So write me an email extra, I will make research and give you an answer.
Okay, so can I have your email so that I can write to you all the details?
Yeah, go to Google and write Lawyer Imasi, you will find me.
Okay, then I'll do so.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, next question, please.
Hello. I have a similar situation. It's a Erasmus Mundus degree. I am here with a residence permit 16C, which is valid until end of August. But my graduation from the German university is end of September, is 1 month later. So I have job offers. Should I ask the company to give me the contract from September or October? Can I start the job on September?
Yeah, so the problem is if your visa is getting expired before you finish your degree,
Yes.
it's better to get in contact with the Foreign Office at least 3 months before the expiring date.
Okay, so the company asked me when do I want to start the job? So should I go for September or October? Is it possible to start employment in September while it is 1 month before my official graduation date?
Yeah, it is possible if the company allows it.
No, I mean the immigration
No,
office. Do they allow it?
It depends on what you are doing. There are people who have done the examination, they are only writing to submit their thesis. So where are you?
I'm in Germany, but
Moment. Have you done your examination? You're only writing only to submit your thesis, or what is going on?
I'm doing an internship. By the end of August, I will be finished with everything.
Yeah,
Thesis and exams and everything.
yeah.
It's just my thesis supervisor is from the French university. So over there, they finish 1 month earlier. So
Yeah, but
I
I
will
will
have
not.
nothing left to
But
do.
I won't advise you to do that. It's better to seek the permission from the Foreign Office. It's better to finish your degree first of all before you take a new job offer, because when you apply for a blue card, the
Mhm.
first question is, where is your degree? That is what the Immigration Office is going to ask you. If you cannot present your degree, you will not be given a blue card, and then you are not allowed to work.
Okay.
You understand?
So yes, okay, let's say on 1st of September, I want to start the job. I have a letter from the university which says I will graduate end of September, 1 month later.
Yeah.
Will they accept that or not?
It is not accepted, no.
Okay. And what if someone wants to start a job like 2 or 3 months after the graduation, but he has the offer before the graduation? I have the offer now. I'm graduating 1 month later, but the contract is from like 2 months after the graduation. Can I get the blue card like that and temporary residence permit for those 2 months in between?
No. You have to let your employer understand that in the situation that you are now, you have to let them understand that you can only get a blue card and a working permit if you have your graduation certificate in your hand, which you can submit to the immigration office. If you don't have it, immigration office will not give you the blue card. So I think every reasonable employer will accept the situation that you can only start 3 months later after graduation.
They will give.
Yeah, so
they will give me whatever I ask for.
Wait, please.
Sorry.
So, and there are some jobs that does not need a certificate in Germany. For instance, IT. If you have been working in an IT, different companies for maybe 3, 4, 5 years, and you never had a certificate, but you are able to prove how you have been working there and your job is excellent, you'll be equally given a blue card. Yeah, but for the case of people who never worked before and they want to work because they came to study in Germany, you must present a degree. Without a degree, you will not be given the blue card, no working permit.
Okay, so I have also a non-European master degree in the same field. Can I use that to start the job and solve this problem and later present my German degree like 1 month later?
Yeah, you have a master's degree in the same
Same
course?
field, yes.
Yeah, of course you can use it. You would have told me that one from the beginning. That is the best thing to do. Of course.
Okay.
Of course. That is excellent. That is what you should do.
Well, yes. Okay.
That is what you should do. If you do that, there won't be any problem.
Okay. So, and I should kind of legalize that non-European master, right? You send something
What-
that has to be validated by I forgot the office. My non-European master.
Yeah, just a moment, please. Are you talking about the legalization of your bachelor's degree, or what are you talking about?
A master degree.
The master's degree.
Yes,
The
a
master's degree is not
non-European.
from Germany. Is it from Germany or is it not
No,
from
no,
Germany?
not from Germany. No, the one that I have before.
Yeah, it's from where?
outside Europe. It's from Iran.
Ah, yeah. But there should be problems there. So the best thing, take the master's degree to job center. We call it anerkennung verfahren, where you do the recognition of your foreign certificate. Yeah.
Okay.
So when that one is done, there's a certain homepage in Germany. It's the same homepage with Make It in Germany. So if you go into the homepage, you will find it. You will find it in English language as well. About 4 different languages are there: English, German, French, and one other language again. So with that, you will find where you have to enter the information from your master's degree into that system, into that website of recognizing your certificate. And at the end, you will be told what exactly to do and which form you have to fill, and then send the certificate to them, and they will evaluate it and then tell you which stand your certificate has in Germany.
Okay, I understand. Thank you.
Yo, bitte. So next question, please.
Hello,
Yeah.
am I audible? Am I audible?
Yeah, what's your name, please?
Okay, my name is Sagar and I am from India. And I am having a similar situation where I am having a residence permit of France, which is.
I don't understand you well, mister. I don't understand you well, please.
Can you hear me?
Hello? You wrote already in the chat. So I'm seeing somebody who said is from India. I'm Zaga from India, and I am Erasmus Mundus student, and I have currently 16C arrest directive issued from France and valid till November this year. I will graduate my master's degree in August. Can I apply for it? Okay, that's the guy I just finished with now. So who are you then?
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you can talk.
Yeah, yes. So right now I am in Germany. I since last September I'm here in Germany. So I did my 3rd semester and my master thesis over here. And I currently have a residence permit of France, which is 16C. So what I wanted to ask is when my residence permit will expire in the month of November, and I will graduate in the month of August. So after August, in September, I will get my graduation degree. So can I apply for a job seeking visa over here in Germany while staying here in Germany? Is it possible?
And you are the electronics engineer.
Yes, I'm electronics engineer.
Yeah.
And I'm currently in Germany, yes.
Yeah, I understood. I understand you. So, and your 16C is from France.
Yes, and it is valid till November, and I will get my graduation certificate, my diploma, in the month of September. Yes.
I understand you already. So,
Yeah.
and you are registered in Germany?
Yes, since last September, I am here in Germany.
Rathaus. You are registered in Rathaus?
Yes, I am registered in Rathaus, yes.
So you are known here, which means the immigration office knows about you.
Yes, immigration.
So
I
will suggest that after your degree, you
Yes.
can apply for after job visa, but I don't know exactly. I don't know if the law in France and together with the law in Germany, if it is transferable, because they are the same European Union.
Okay.
Yeah, so that I don't know. So at the moment, I cannot answer your question. So I will prefer you write me an email.
Okay.
I will look into it and then give you an answer. Probably it is possible, or maybe the Foreign Office may ask you to go back to France. And
Yes.
For me personally, it's difficult to ask for information from France because I don't speak French.
Yes.
Yeah, if I can speak French, normally is to go to Google, visit some websites of my colleagues there, then I will find out the answer for you, because they
Okay.
all write in French. They don't write in German. They don't write in English language. So that's the problem.
Yes.
You know. So
Okay.
that question I can't answer it for you, but it is always possible. It is always better to give it a try.
Okay.
Before the time will expire. Send an application to the Foreign Office here, Stresemann Plus in Kiel, and apply for a job search visa, which means visa after graduation.
Okay.
And then we shall see. Moment, let me see. I don't think so. I can even correct it now because it's written here for people that are able to get this doc. 16C. Okay. If you are having 16C, somebody has even asked the same question before. If you're having 16C, you can get up to 18 months job search visa. Yeah. So yours is equally 16C. So which means probably it's going to work.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's written here, 16C.
Okay.
It is you find it in code 20 Offenheitsgesetz, section 3.
Okay.
Yeah? 16B or 16C will be given up to 18 months job search visa.
Okay.
So it is not written here. The 16C, if it has to be issued from France or from Belgium or from Germany or not. So I assume that it will be possible. But make an application to them, let them understand that you are here and you are graduating very soon, and you would like to have the 18 months visa to be able to search for a job in Germany.
Okay.
Okay?
I can write this to the immigration office, right?
Yeah, the immigration office here in Stresemann Plus. It's called Stresemann Plus. It's just at the back of my office here.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
And just one more thing, an associated question. Usually for the is the applicant allowed to work during the time of job seeker visa? Am I allowed to work during
Yeah. Of course, you are allowed to work during the time you are searching for a job.
Okay.
Of course, you are allowed to work. The time you are searching for a job, that is why you are given the possibility to search for a job. You are equally allowed to work, of course.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
And for
So
this,
there are only some that have only 6 months, job search visa. Their working time is minimized 20 hours per day, but the 18 months job search visa, it is allowed to work. That is why you are allowed. That is why you are given the visa to search for a job and then work. And apart from that, very soon in summer, a lot of new laws are going to come in. Now, for people who studied here and could not find a job, and this time they want to give you guys from our federal parliament in Berlin, they want to give you guys the possibility to look for a job even outside your area of qualification. If you find a job outside your area of qualification, you'll be given a residence permit to stay in Germany and work. So that law is coming very soon, as well with the laws of being able to have a German passport after 3 years or 5 years of residence in Germany. Is something very wonderful.
Okay. And are we supposed to present a financial statement or a block amount when we apply for the job seeker visa?
No, you don't present anything.
Okay.
The only thing you present is a certificate that you graduated. Yeah, you only need to present a certificate that you graduated from the university.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure, because I think that was a big concern, that we need to create a block amount of 11,000 euros while applying for the job seeker visa. I think this was a big confusion that we was not clear.
There are some kinds of visas. As I said before, if you are coming from outside the country to come and work in Germany, you have never been here before, and you want to come in here, you should be able to take care of yourself. You should be able to tell the immigration office, the embassy in your home country, show your capital, how much you have, that is sustainable for
Okay.
the 6 months you are going to stay in Germany, or else you will not be given a visa. But once you're already here, the block account is only for you to be able to study. So if you have finished your studies, you don't need a block account anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. So the block account is coupled together with studying. So it does not make sense if you finish your studies, somebody is still telling you to present a block account. For what reason?
Yes.
So it does not make
Yes.
sense.
Okay. So it's like we only show our bank statements that yes, we have some job or something, a part-time job for which we are able to sustain our living.
Exactly.
And that's how we can apply.
Yeah.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So next question, please. So, gentlemen, if you don't have questions again, I will close the chapter. Yeah, or some people are still coming in. We only have 18 people here online. And then, yeah. So you can always ask any kind of question you want to ask. No question is stupid. Every kind of question is welcomed. So you can always ask what you have always been wanting to ask. No? Yo. So Dr. Smith has left the meeting.
I just have a small question.
Yeah.
Let's say it's 2 or 3 months before graduation.
Yeah.
I get a job offer, I go to the immigration office for the first application for the blue card. At that time, I haven't still received my master degree. What can I show to them that says I will be graduated, but by the time that I got the contract or something like that? Is a letter from the university enough, or?
If you don't have your university degree or Fachhochschule with you in your hand, you don't need to go to them because it does not make any sense.
But normally after graduation, I mean, universities issue the degrees a few months later. Even at the time of graduation, we don't yet have the final.
Wait. Which university?
Let's say
normally here in Germany, the day you write your final examination, your result will be given to you immediately. Yeah, so that is my experience. When I graduated, it is the same day. Immediately you finish your oral examination, you wait for about 30 minutes, they are somewhere, they sign them, prepare everything, they come and hand it over to you.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that because...
Yeah, they give you the same day.
For the French university, they post it like a few months later, so...
Yeah, but here in Germany, they give it to you the same day.
Okay, good to know. Thank you.
Yeah. So maybe it differs from faculty to faculty, but you are given exactly the same day. No? So many does writing and after then oral examination. Some do oral examination and after then writing examination. And there's a day for them to announce the result. That day, when you come there, your certificate will be handed over to you.
Okay, I see. Thank you.
Yeah. So, more questions? So I can see that people don't have questions anymore and new people are not coming in. Now we have now 17 people that have taken part. So I'm told by Frau Rebecca Spenger to inform you guys that you people should please fill out the list of participants that they sent to you guys through an email. She sent you guys an email, a sort of a list of participants to a sort of a feedback paper that you guys should write what you experienced through the time now that this meeting has been going on, that it would be very nice for her to get those things back from you people. She said, I should inform you. So please act accordingly so that next time too, she will be happy to organize such a meeting again where you can throw your questions and where you can go later as well after the program to watch what we have done here on my YouTube channel. The name of my YouTube channel is English Speaking Lawyer in Germany. If you go to YouTube, you will find me. And I would like to put my YouTube what's it called, link here for you guys. So I don't really know how to, let me see, go to my phone before I write it wrongly. So that you guys will have it. I have a lot of videos there where I have really spoken about many, many things that will be very interesting to you guys, from family reunion to make it in Germany and so on and so forth. So yeah, so I'm saying it, let me put it for you guys, HTTPS youtube.com Iyare Imasi. English speaking lawyer in Germany. So, gentlemen, I want to thank you guys for listening to me. And I wish you guys a happy weekend. And then probably next time we meet again.
Hello.
So, yeah.
Can I ask one question?
Yeah, you can ask questions. We'll still
Yes.
have time. I wanted to close the sitting.
Sorry. Thank you. I wanted to ask about the taxes over here in Germany. During the time of the job seekers visa, I guess we will have completed our studies. So how will the taxes work during the time period of a job seeker visa? And the
Can you repeat your
insurances-
question, please? I'm not hearing you acoustically.
During the time period of job seeker visa, if we are working on another job, during finding our actual job, how will the taxes be calculated for that time period? And how will the insurance be during the time period of job seeker visa? In which categories do we fall?
If you are already working in Germany, where you are paying tax, or you are just what we call Werkstudenten.
Yes.
Yeah. So in such places, some of your employers, they pay your health insurance.
Okay.
So
Yes.
if they don't pay your health insurance, you can equally pay on your own. We have some private health insurance that are very cheap, because the normal gesetzliche Krankenversicherung, the normal state insurance, no, what we call this lawful insurance that people, Bama, AOKA,
Yes.
they are more expensive than the private insurance, mostly when you are young. If you are young, you don't have much sickness that will be making you to go to doctor. So
Okay.
it is better for you to take a private health insurance. Hansa, Mekwa, Advigon, where you pay 62 euros in a month or 70 euros highest, you know.
Okay.
But if you are in Burma or AOKA or all this other technical Krankenkasse, you pay at least in a month about 175 euros, which is very high.
Yes.
But if you're already working before and you want to change from your former job to a new job, it does not affect you because you are moving from from an old job to a new job. So your insurance, your new job will not ask you, where are you insured with your health insurance? You will give them the name of the health insurance, and in the new, immediately you start working there, they start paying your insurance money to the new insurance, to your former insurance. So you don't lose anything. You don't have a sort of a loophole in your health insurance. Is that what you're trying to know?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So there's
Sure.
there's no problem there.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
And then, of course, most of you guys that are trying to make yourself selbstständig, you want to work as a private entrepreneur, a one-man business. There are a lot of things that you have to learn too if you start doing a one-man business, how the taxes work in Germany, how to write an invoice, how to inform the finance office, how to have a tax number, how to have an identification number. That one, of course, immediately you are registered in Rathaus, you get an identification number. But you must know how to write an invoice and what are the things that are supposed to be in an invoice and what kind of taxes you are allowed to take from your customers. If it is 19%, and if the 19%, when it has to be sent to the finance office, or you want to do a business that you don't want to pay tax, then you are doing a small kind of business with an amount of a budget of amount, or let's say brutto of a year, about 17,000 euros in a year. So, and then you should be able to know if you have children and you have a wife, how those things affect your taxes. So, and how you are going to pay those taxes. Because I'm having the experience that many of you guys that just open a company, they don't really care about such things, and all of a sudden finance arm will hang them, hold them on their neck, and then they start shouting and crying. They never knew that this and this and this and this and that has to be done. So it is very important, if you have such idea, wanting to go into creating your own company, you should be able to look for somebody who can advise you properly how it goes, and who can tell you and give you some kind of examples that you can look at, and then prepare your invoice, and then write the kind of things you're supposed to write, so that at the end you don't have trouble about it. And then you should be able to know that many of the things you buy when you are moving around, you are traveling, or you buy a computer, you buy printer, you buy pen, you buy things for your office, that those things you have to write them in your tax clearance, so the finance office will know how your business is functioning. So it's not so easy to become a sole proprietor. So that is how it goes. So if you have more questions, let me know. If you don't have more questions again, so or I ask you guys, if you don't have questions again, please raise your hand so that I can close the chapter. So I know that you guys are already satisfied. Please don't forget to send that paper back to Frau Rebecca Spenger, so that she will get the feedback back, so that she knows how the whole thing happened today. So, no more questions. So thank you, gentlemen, for listening to me. And if there's any other thing you want me to do for you, some of the guys that couldn't get a proper answer from me, you can send me an email. I will answer you later. So I wish you a happy weekend, and then till next time. Bye for now.